Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by CenturyLink, by Banner Bank, better ideas, better banking, and by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting the classic rock and roll of Creedence Clearwater Revisited, May 25th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Dave and Mike now with more on the guys out on the bump, and these guys don't issue a lot of free passes. They make you earn your trip to first base.
That they do. A couple of right-handers on the tall side as we look at our Lexus pitching matchup tonight. Blake Bevan against Doug Fister. And Bevan looking to get command of his fastball back, which he didn't have last time out against Tampa Bay.
You're absolutely right. I think it's critical for Bevan to go out and command his fastball, number one. And he needs to do it early. But I think if he struggles with that, Dave, he has to find a way to mix in his other pitches to keep him off balance. Something he struggled with against Tampa. Playing Tampa in Tampa, a difficult task for him. A little bigger ballpark for him tonight. But if he commands his fastball early against the Tigers, I suspect he'll pitch in quite a bit. He should be okay.
Doug Fister, he's going to have to be in command of his emotions. This is where he got it all started in his big league career.
Well, I think you're right. There's a lot going on for Doug, as you mentioned. First time back here in Seattle. And then, of course, coming off the injury, pitch limit is going to be short for him tonight. Again, when he's on track, it's same as Bevan. They both have fastball. They like to command it about the same velocity, right around 90 miles an hour. Good curveball from Fister and a changeup.
It's going to be an emotional night for both of these guys. Bevan trying to get back on track. Fister back playing against his old teammates. Let's get more with Jen Mueller.
Those aren't the only emotions I think Doug Fister is going to be battling, guys. When I saw him a couple weeks ago in Detroit, he said he was running up to 8 miles a day just to burn off some of that nervous energy because it's been so long since he's been on the mound. He was targeting this series and couldn't be happier he's on the mound tonight.
You know, it's always special to go back to where, for me, where I started. And it's not going to change anything, way I pitch or way I approach a game or anything. But, going back to some of the fans and the people I know back there is kind of special.
Doug did say that it is unbelievably weird to be in the visiting clubhouse instead of the home one, but nevertheless, he will feel right at home on the mound. His former teammates, however, they wish that he would have pushed back his start a few days. We will see which one of those teammates is in the lineup next and get you ready for first pitch. It is Doug Fister and Blake Bevan, the former teammates, squaring off next on Root Sports.
Good look at action at First Avenue, just outside Safeco Field. Tonight, the Mariners open a 3-game series with the Detroit Tigers, a team that they have dominated the last couple of years. Yes, indeed. 14-7 against them since 2010. Welcome, everybody. This is Mariner Baseball. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. Let's take a look at the batting order for the Tigers who come in to face Blake Bevan tonight.
For manager Jim Leland leading things off, it'll be Austin Jackson. Then it's Dirks Cabrera and fielder. Two guys in the middle want to stay away from them. Young, Avila Peralta. Brendan Bosch off to a slow start in just 2:05.
First pitch in there, a strike to Austin Jackson. Called by Wally Bell, home plate umpire. Brian Knight at first, Mike Winters at second, Mike Malinsky at third. Bevan and Pfister both quick workers. Strike two. Bevan's going to want to be careful with Mr. Jackson. He struggled 1 for 7 against the Mariners last time we saw them back April 24, 25, 26. Since then, he's hit 15 for 37. One-two pitch. And off the end of the bat, foul.
Numbers for Bevan this year. ERA jumped up a little bit after his last start. Up to that point, he'd really been pitching well. 13 strikeouts and just 4 walks. 2 of those walks coming in his last outing against Tampa.
He's got Jackson 1 and 2. Not back. Mariners coming off a nice win yesterday, 5-2 over Minnesota. They take 2 out of 3 from the Twins. Eric Wedge, club 3-7 since sweeping at Detroit for the 2nd year in a row. 1-2 to Brendan Ryan. Goes out. Jackson 1 out.
Take a look at the rest of the defense for the Mariners. In the outfield, you have Carpin left, Saunders in center, Ichiro out in right. And on the infield, hot-hitting Kyle Seager at third, Ryan and Ackley up the middle, Justin Smoke, your first baseman tonight, and Jesus Montero back behind the plate. Bevan's last outing against the Rays, not a good one for him. 5 1/3, gave up 5 runs. They were all earned, only 86 pitches.
Bevan prides himself on having command of that fastball. Pretty determined look on his face the last couple of days. Here's Andy Dirks. Andy in left field tonight. Solid base hit to the gap. That's trouble. Dirks to second, and he'll shut it down right there. Andy Dirks with his 4th double of the season. First base runner tonight in this ballgame.
And Dirk's been swinging well, hitting .313 coming into the game. He gets a fastball, running away from him, just goes with the pitch. Hits it hard into the gap.
Dirk's coming off a .429 batting average during the spring. Well, here's Miguel Cabrera. Really got to be careful with this guy with one of the premier hitters in baseball. He loves swinging the bat at Safeco Field or what? Look at this. Carlos Delgado, boy, he was a good player. Cabrera, Bobby Higginson, Reed Johnson. 40 games against the Mariners, and Cabrera 342, 6 homers, 23 RBI. Leads the club in home runs with 7. 1-1. Working outside. Ball 2.
He's in a much better spot, I think, this year. He has Prince Fielder sitting on deck. Has some protection behind him. That will help. Not that he needed a whole lot of protection.
Yeah,
but,
we know that's right.
Yeah.
We've seen some of the damage over the years. 2-1. Goes the other way, foul. Since we last saw Detroit, Tigers lost 2 of 3 at New York, split 2 with Kansas City, and took 2 of 3 from the White Sox. That was in Detroit. There's Jim Leyland in his 7th year. skipper of the Tigers. 533, 467 his record. 53.3% winning percentage. .533. Tied for 16th most wins in Major League history. 1602. 2-2 to Cabrera. Smoke to center field. Going back, Saunders slicing away. He stays with it, makes a catch, bangs into the wall, and Dirks retreats back to second base. Long out, 2 down.
We'll take a look at it. The swing of Cabrera. Thought maybe that got in on him just a little bit. Saunders going back up against the fence to make the play. We had a beautiful day here in Seattle today. A little bit warmer. The ball's going to carry here in the first few innings.
Here's Prince Fielder. And let's see, coming on, Carp. It's in that triangle. Look out, Ryan. Fair ball. Hit off of Ryan. He's hurt. Scoring on the play, Dirks. Second base with a double and an RBI, Prince Fielder. So a double and an RBI for Fielder's 14th RBI. Let's take a look at where this ball hits on Ryan. He lost sight of it. Hit off his wrist.
He knew he was going to be the one to have to get it. Carp, the left fielder, was playing over in left center field with Prince at the plate, expecting him to pull the ball. So Brendan had to run a long way down the line, and I think he overran it a little bit. By the time he picked the ball up, it was right on top of him. But that will be a double for Fielder.
Fielder coming off a long home run yesterday. It's a double here. There's Delman Young. Fly ball right field for Ichiro, pretty much in his tracks. And that'll do it for the Tigers here in the top half of the first. A run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Mariners coming up. Tigers lead at 1-0. Good look at the 6'8" right-hander from Merced, California, who began his big league career with the Mariners in '09. Doug Fister. Let's take a look at the Mariner batting order that he'll face tonight.
Tonight's starting lineup brought to you by Chevron. And for Eric Wedge, leading things off, it is Dustin Ackley. He's done a great job since moving into the leadoff spot. Ryan Ichiro, Montero, Seager, Jaso the DH tonight. He will hit 6th. Smoke, Carp, and Michael Saunders will hit 9th. Doug Fister. Numbers from last year. This will be his first start coming off the DL. Some issues with his side. We all know him. Fastball will be 88 miles an hour. Likes to mix in a curve and a changeup.
He got run support last year after the trade to Detroit. Boy, he was a mainstay coming down as they won the Central Division last year. 1-1 to Ackley. Mariners swung the bats really well against Detroit last time out. They hit 4 home runs, had a .322 batting average against the Tigers. Ground ball down to Peralta. Goes over to fielder, 1 down.
Take a look at the defense behind Pfister tonight. Dirksen left. Jackson, your center fielder. Brennan Bosch will be out in right field. And on the infield, Cabrera moved over from first. Now he's at third. Peralta and Rayburn up the middle. Prince Fielder, the first baseman. And Alex Avila, he's a good one, and will do the catching.
Good point about today being a warmer day. Ball going to carry a little bit better here tonight. We've had, this could be a sweater night for you, not a sweater night for me to start.
Third inning. Third inning.
Third inning. Here's Ryan. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting watching how the ball carries this evening. Right now, no wind. Flags are straight down limp.
Not much wind. Warm day.
Pfister on the pitch to Ryan. Jams. Fielder takes care of it. 2 outs. I bring up Ichiro. He had the most hits for the Mariners against Detroit back in April. Went 6 for 14 with a couple runs batted in.
The interesting thing is when you turn back around and the Tigers are in town, it's interesting looking at the lineup in the rotation. Mariners aren't going to see any one of the pitchers that started against them in Detroit. 3 different starters here. Unusual.
Including Mr. Verlander tomorrow night. Ichiro and a drive into the gap. That's extra bases. Brennan Bosch will get it back in. Stand up double for Ichiro with 2 outs here in the first. And for Ichiro, his 7th double. He's 1 behind Saunders and Seager for the team lead.
Well, you mentioned it, Dave. Ichiro having a lot of success in Detroit against the Tigers. Former teammate greets him rudely. He throws a fastball in the middle of the plate. Ichiro hits it hard into the gap. Solid line drive base hit for Ichiro.
Amy's got the itchy meter working there. Hit number 37 out there in right field. Here's Montero. Jesus fouls one past Jeff Datz. Montero coming off a 1 for 4 2 RBI day yesterday. Big first inning. 2-run double. Put the Mariners in front. Help them put them in front 3-0 against the Twins.
And you can see from the numbers, hitting .357 against the Tigers this year.
Fly ball right field. Bosch has it under control. Quick first inning. 8 pitches for Pfister. Gives up a double to Ichiro. Puts a 0 on the board. To the second inning we go. Tigers 1-0. Nothing. Right now we take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. 2 more with Detroit and then on the road again. Look at that road trip. 3 in New York, 2 in Boston, 2 in Cleveland. I'd much rather that been a 4-game series in Boston, right? And then 3 with the Colorado Rockies as we get a little taste of interleague play. Again, the pitchers were out taking their hacks. That was ugly.
Go through a lot of bats, too.
Watching Felix trying to go upper tank. Not going to happen. Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be the worst for the manager and the coaches to see those guys hacking away.
One,
they're not used to doing it, and then they get their opportunity to do it, and as you mentioned, they want to do some damage, and that's when they potentially could get hurt, strain a muscle or something, so you just hope they get through it okay.
Egos being what they are, too, right?
Well, exactly.
Don't let one guy go deep, right?
Be no different than sending a guy, as we saw yesterday in Boston, I believe it was, a position player going to the mound. That's when you see guys hurt their arm. They think they can pitch, and you're just not used to it.
I'll tell you what, though, Chris Davis had some nasty stuff.
How about that changeup?
Hey, man. That was good stuff. Here's Alex Avila to lead it off. Johnny Peralta and Brendan Bosch. He was throwing sinkers, a nice change. Fastball 91, 92. Not bad. It was the best, 0 for 8 with 5 Ks and got a win.
How many innings was that one?
It was like 17 or
18.
17 innings. Look at that.
2 innings, just 2 hits. 1 walk, a couple of strikeouts.
Rocky Calavito, the last position player to do that. Wow. Oh, Rube Waddell, you got to go all the way back. And first game since Cobb and Sisler.
A few times in my career, I had a chance to face a position player. I hated it.
I love this bottom note. First game since 25. Each team used a position player. Look at those names. Ty Cobb and George Sisler. Both Cobb and Sisler involved in the decision.
Yeah, we've heard those names a lot over the last 10 years with Ichiro here.
Blake Bevan 2-1. Alex Avila. Avila 2 for 8 in 2 games plus a pinch hitting opportunity against the Mariners in Detroit. 2-2.
What do you think about the Cole Hamels, Bryce Harper situation?
If he had just shut up, nobody would have cared or known about it.
Would have been done, right?
Right. I mean, if you wanted to hit him, So what? Yeah, I hit him. I had to teach him a lesson. Come on. I like what I can't remember whose quote it was, but somebody said, well, if you're going to play that, he said, Mr. Drysdale and Mr. Gibson would just glare at you. They wouldn't say anything. Yeah, I was going to hit you. I'm going to hit you. So now he's suspended for 5 games. What, miss a turn?
Yeah, he won't even do that. They'll just push him back a day.
All right, push him.
He's supposed to go Saturday, now he'll pitch on Sunday.
All right.
He gets an extra day's rest out of the deal.
I like watching a Harper kid.
So do I. I guess my thought on it is you hear a lot about the kid, and he obviously had some issues coming up through the minor leagues with a few things. But you know what? He plays with a lot of confidence. He plays hard. Yesterday was the first time I had a chance to watch him play an entire game. I really enjoyed it. I like the way he goes about his business, and every now and then he'll knock his helmet off his head or something. Who cares?
Actually stays with it. Throws out Avila. I like him. He steals home now. He gets plunked between the 3 and the 4.
Right.
Throw over to first. He's at third. He steals home. That was brilliant.
Yeah. I like the way that he did. He slid hard into home. Was safe. Easily safe. And didn't say a thing. Didn't look at him. Just walked to the dugout.
Same thing when he got hit.
Message
too.
was sent, though.
Right. Oh, they got to play each other, 16 more times?
Well, that's the thing. And I like the fact that Zimmerman stuck up for the kid, too. And if he has issues on the field, don't you think it's up to his own clubhouse to take care of those things? I mean,
Absolutely.
He is 19 years old after all.
Hey, put your arm around
He's
him.
great for the game, I'll tell you that.
I couldn't agree more. But you're in the clubhouse. Hey, kid, here's how we do it.
Yeah.
That's all you got to say. But
He'll take
you
care
don't
of
have to. You don't have to legislate. You're on another team.
Jason Worth and Zimmerman and all those other guys on his team that can take care of it for him.
Mike Morse will be back shortly.
Yeah, enough veteran guys. I think he's fun to watch, though.
Tell you what, nobody runs on him anymore after that one throw he made to the plate. Now, he didn't get the call. The umpire blew the call, but what a throw from left field.
Yeah, he's something.
2-0. Here's a fly ball. Backing up Ichiro. Ball does carry tonight. You called it, Mike. Look at it. All the way back. About a step from the track, 2 down.
Mariners have had a few of those. Ken Griffey Jr. and Alex Rodriguez. I think they were both 19 when they showed up here.
That worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I think so. I think it worked out great. There'll be something to watch, though. I guess through the whole incident, I'm with you. I just wish that Cole hadn't said something after the game. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, wanted to hit him, hit him.
Well, it was obvious to everybody. I'm sitting in my living room at home and knew that he did it on purpose.
Your antennae went off like whoop, whoop. Brendan Bosch, the hitter. Jim Leland wants this guy to relax a little bit. When we saw him last time, he was batting in a 2-hole. Here he is batting 8th.
It's interesting, isn't it, that you go through all these clubs, and we concentrate on the Mariners for obvious reasons. On a daily basis, we get to see them. But you see other clubs, but a lot is being made about Justin Smoke and his slow start. Well, this is a talented kid right here that can really hit. He comes in hitting 205. Take a little bit of time and see what he can do. 4 home runs on the year.
I want you to relax.
Hurry up, get some hits. Yeah, it's part of the deal. You have to go through it sometimes. It's brutal when you do, but.
Fun with Wedge today talking about this. Do I have to constantly remind you folks that it's 162 games over 180 days, 6 months? You're going to see a lot of ups and downs.
That's right.
Long run for Carp.
Oh, what a catch.
That is a heck of a catch. Carp never quit on it. Mike Malinsky, third base umpire there, and Carp had a long way to go. Not known for his speed. Perseverance on this one. Hang with him. Makes a nice backhanded catch. Mike Carp, nice catch. He had a long run, and he retires Brendan Bosch. We had seen Bosch a couple of years ago make a play over in that same part of the stadium where he dove into the seats to make a catch. One attempt by Seager. It's it foul. He had Cabrera playing deep. He did that last couple weeks ago in Detroit. Kyle coming off a great weekend against Minnesota. 4 for 11, 3 runs, and 6 RBI. A home run.
Cabrera's not believing him because he went right back where he started from.
It'll be Seager, Jaso, and Smoke here in the second. 1-0 on a Prince Fielder 2-out double in the first. Doug Fister. Spent some time with him on Mariner Caravans over the last couple 3 years. Boy, is he great with the fans, great with the kids. 1-1 pitch. Backhanded by Peralta. Strong arm. Didn't really set himself that much. 1 out. Planning to see the Mariners at Safeco Field all season long? Well, then consider a Mariners 16-game plan and score big savings and benefits. Enjoy the same great seat for every game when you choose from the 9 pre-selected game plans at mariners.com/16. 1 down. Brings up John Jaso, DHing tonight. John got a chance to catch yesterday's game, went 1 for 4. He's 2 for 8 career against Pfister. Ground ball to the second baseman, Rayburn. 2 outs.
The first baseman, number 17, Justice.
We've seen this before from Doug Pfister. I was wondering how sharp he was going to be coming off the DL. It looks pretty good so far. 6 batters, 5 first pitch strikes, 10 strikes out of the 13 pitches he's thrown. Keeping the ball on the ground. Typical Doug Pfister type of numbers.
It's 3 innings, 3 2/3 against Boston back on the 7th of April. Left side injury. Left costochondral strain. Put him on the DL.
I know that you're a big proponent of it, and this might be the perfect guy to do it, but the Mariners, as they get through this lineup, maybe stepping out a few more times, make him wait. Doug loves to work at a fast pace. This is your guy right here, Dave, to do that too.
Nice play. Rayburn with the backhand, a sparkling play to end the second inning. 3 ground balls in that inning. 1-0 Tigers.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Great look at Alki Beach today. Beautiful day. Temperatures, as predicted, got into the low 70s. It was gorgeous all day and continues to be here. So we have bright sunshine reflecting off of CenturyLink Stadium into the booth to our left. That's pretty impressive. Leading off, Ryan Rayburn just made a nice play to end the bottom half of the second inning. Rayburn, Jackson, and Dirks 9-1-2 against Bevan. So far, so good in terms of, looks like his fastball command. He's picked up from 2 starts ago. Last start, not so good against Tampa Bay.
I would agree with you. I think I would still, he works his way through this lineup, especially the middle part of it when you're talking Cabrera and Fielder and Young. I think he's going to have to mix in some off-speed pitches just to keep those guys honest.
Strikes out Rayburn. That'll be the first K tonight for Blake Bevan. Celebrate Mother's Day early. This Wednesday, first 10,000 women, you're going to get a Mariners necklace. Also thrown in on the deal, a Safeco Field diamond for you. Get your tickets for Mom and the entire family at any Mariners team store. Mariners.com. Back to the top of the order. Austin Jackson breaking ball for strike.
Austin Jackson burst onto the scene, and last year ended up struggling for the first half anyways, and off to a good start this year as he gets a base hit left field.
16 for his last 39.
Good looking young player. Had some growing pains last year, but he seems to have figured things out.
Brings up Andy Dirks. Doubled to left center field. Scored on the fielder. Blue double down the left field line. Baltimore coming off that 17-inning game against Boston yesterday. Orioles at home. Texas pounded them 14-3 today. Pitching had really been good.
It's been outstanding for the Orioles.
Yeah.
First in the American League. It took a little bit of a beating today from the Rangers. 14 runs on the board.
"39 innings, 3 games in Boston for the Baltimore bullpen. They had to send a couple of guys out, bring some new arms up. And your time of game yesterday, Mike, a glorious 6 hours and 7 minutes.
And you have to travel after the game if you're the Orioles. Well, I think the Red Sox, they left town, didn't they? Yeah, they're in Kansas City now.
Runner goes, throw by Montero, late and short, stolen base for Jackson, his 5th. He's off to a good start. He's 5 for 5.
That was a great jump from Austin Jackson. He steals this off of Blake Bevan.
One count to Dirks. Solid base hit, left field. Carp charges, and Gene Lamont will hold Jackson at third base. Dirks, fine start for him. Single and a double.
Gets the base hit on an off-speed pitch, but it's up in the zone. You can see it's right around belt high. Hammers it into left field, so he's gone the other way twice. Not the combination you want to see, because now you have some trouble.
Yes, you do. Cabrera sent Saunders to the wall in deep right center field last time. He did go. This is Wally Bell, strike one.
I guess the good news is if Blake can get him to hit it on the ground, he's a double play candidate who doesn't run particularly well.
Ooh, that hurt. There's a throw to second for one, over to first for double play, and hit him between the 4 and the 9. Oh, man. Oh. Hey, it's just gritting his teeth right now. Can't hit a ball any harder than that. 1-0 Tigers. After this line drive, Watson, listen to this. Walked up the mound, you could just see him. He didn't want to hear anything from Montero. He was just like, oh my God, this hurts.
The big Texan, he didn't want to hear it from anybody. I couldn't tell if he ended up getting a piece of his elbow or not.
Iwakuma warming up.
That's not a good sign.
I
think he ended up getting a piece of his elbow, Dave.
I think, whatever it was, it's pretty ugly. Here's a McDonald Super Mo. Let's see. There's the elbow. I think it was lower back. Let's see. A little bit, a lot of elbow and then off the back. Woof. That's a Carp fouling off another one. Carp, Saunders, and Ackley.
I don't think they would have Iwakuma up right now if it hit him in the back. I don't think that's something that would get Blake out of the game. I think it had to hit him on the elbow. They're going to try to keep that inflammation down to get ice on it right away.
You know it. It blew up immediately. Whereas in the process of 1-2. Carp and Pfister, good friends. 2-2. Carp with a home run yesterday, leading off the second inning. First pitch. Full count. On deck, Michael Saunders. Payoff to Carp. Strike three called. One out. It's the first strikeout for Pfister. And that will bring up Michael Saunders. Michael Saunders, if he can avoid getting an 0-2 count, he's going to be all right. 0-2 count. He's hitting 3 for 55. That's .055. Otherwise, he's hitting .459. Drops down off bunt. That's going to stay fair. Base hit.
Again, this is just a great bunt from Michael Saunders. He might be the best guy as far as drag bunting for base hits. He's just outstanding at it. I try to let it go to see if it's going to go foul because of his speed. No chance to throw him out, but comes back on the grass. That'll be a base hit for Saunders.
Bob Christopherson and a ground crew. Boys, you can take a piece of that one. Top of the order with one out. Here's Ackley. Dusting the ground out to short. Saunders 3 for 3 in base steal. Inside, 2-0. Took something off of that pitch. Rayburn, Peralta, Ackley is there. Nice job by Saunders to take out Peralta. 2 outs. Mariners with 2 hits here today. Bunt by Saunders. And the Ichiro double to right center. That was in the first inning.
6 ground ball outs now for Pfister working here in the third.
Strike one to Brendan. One for 3 yesterday. Third straight game batting. Number 2 in the order for Brendan Ryan. Iwakuma continues to throw after absolute missile shot off the elbow of Blake Bevan. 0-1. Cabrera over Rayburn, and that'll do it for the Mariners. They go quietly in the third. Iwakuma looks like he's going to take over, and he is 1-0 Tigers. Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. By Ford, we are local. And by Pizza Hut, it's back. Pizza Hut's famous Cheesy Bites Pizza, only $11.99 and only at your Pizza Hut. Let's check out our AT&T trivia question for tonight. Let's see. 20 Major League teams are not in playoff position entering today. How many teams are within 4 games of a playoff spot? 6, 9, 13, or 17? Text your answer to 733-733. I have not committed the standings to total memory. Shot in the dark. I'm going to go with C, Charlie, 13. Hisashi Iwakuma.
I'll go with D.
All right. Another long outing for him.
Numbers for Iwakuma, 9 ERA. He hasn't pitched much. I think right now at this point, if Eric Wedge can get 4 innings out of him, maybe 5, he'd be thrilled with that.
Inside the fielder.
Shame for Blake. It looked like he was pitching well, starting to work on the edges of the plate. Had 29 strikes out of the 39 pitches he had thrown.
Off the end of the bat, good change of speed there by Iwakuma.
Take a look at the off-speed pitch from our McDonald Supermo as fielder goes to attack the changeup. Threw it right off the end of the bat.
One-two count. And now the fans riding with me at 42%. Again, fans, it's a shot in the dark. I have no idea. This is 2-2. Ground ball. That is foul. We saw Iwakuma make his big league debut 20th of April. 4 innings of relief. 1 hit, a solo home run. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. It was a game in which Hector Noesi had absolutely nothing against the White Sox and was down 6-0 before anybody broke a sweat. Ryan going back, splits the difference. Carp can't get there. Base hit. That's twice now. Fielder hasn't really hit the ball hard. Hit it off maybe the trademark. And he's 2 for 2.
Look at the swing by Fielder. Jams him. Carp in left field was playing deep because Fielder's the one that's hitting. And then you have the big swing. Gets a late break on it. Can't get there. Bring up Delman Young. Delman Young flew out to right field his first time up.
Young back from a suspension from some misbehaving. He had an incident in New York City. Matter of fact, it was right after the Mariners played the Tigers. They went to New York, and that morning he was arrested at fracas. Served suspension. He's been back for a few days. Slow breaking ball. 0.2. Big spot here for Iwakuma. Struck him out. A late run on that pitch. Gets Young on 3 pitches. A strikeout for Iwakuma.
For a couple of off-speed pitches, comes back with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. About belt high, maybe just above the belt, and ties him up. Oh, it was almost in Montero's glove by the time he started after it.
Yeah. Top pitcher in the Pacific League over in Japan. MVP back in 08. He's got Avila here. Strike 1. Avila grounded out to second base. Missed outside. Jared Weaver tonight going against Twins. Second straight start. He no-hit him last week. Weaver goes 6 innings, 3 hits, a run. And the Angels top 9, 5-3 lead at Minnesota. Off-speed pitch outside. Good ball 2.
Different look for the Tigers now. They're expecting Blake Bevan and watching their video, getting ready for the game. I'm sure they're expecting to see a lot of fastballs. Iwakuma just the opposite of that. He typically pitches backwards. He'll throw a bunch of breaking balls and changeups early as Fielder takes off. And they try to put him away with the fastball.
And Fielder, stolen bases this year, 1 for 1. Jim Leyland talking in before the game says nobody is exactly raking on our club. Not the way he expects once things really get going. They started out 9-3, then went 3-9. Come in today, game over 500, 2-2. Strike 3 call. And Montero headed towards the dugout, thinking it was the 3rd out. And luckily, he stopped about halfway.
That's a fine in Kangaroo Court.
How much?
Oh, I don't know where they're going these days, but if I had to guess, probably $25-50 on that one.
He's doing that little trot. Hey, inning's over. Good job, kid. Dude, there's only 2 outs.
Did he roll the ball out?
No, he didn't. Luckily, he was carrying it with him.
Wonder why he was doing that.
He was carrying it with him. Hey, he could have flipped it in the stands.
Good point.
I thought it was odd as I looked down. I see there's only 2 in my book. Johnny Peralta, the hitter, flied to right. The hit 0-2. You're right. They probably have no scouting report, no tape, have seen absolutely nothing.
What they have is they have a written report, but there probably isn't much to it since Iwakuma hasn't thrown the ball much of it. Right now, he's throwing everything that he has up there. A lot of changeups and splits, some slow breaking balls, and then trying to pop a 91-mile-an-hour fastball by him.
Excuse me, swing produces a base hit. Fielder's going to get the third on his broken bat single by Peralta. So with 2 outs, runners at the corners for Detroit.
Surprised that he went away with the fastball in an 0-2 count. He had been trying to bust the hitters in with it. And by throwing it away, you can see the swing by Peralta just drops the barrel on it, flips it into right field.
Tell you what, big man can move a lot better than I thought he could.
You go tackle him in the open field.
No. That part of my life is over, pal. That's okay. Do one of those dive at the feet and swing the arm up and miss so you don't pull your socket out. So you look good on the tape. So when the coach, hey, coach, run that back again. Here's Bosch, fouled out. Cart made a nice sliding catch. Foul territory to end the second inning. Down to Mike Malinsky. Did not go. 2-0.
Iwakuma looks like he has good movement on his fastball. He's able to run it off the outside part of the plate to the left-handed hitters.
Two-0 here. Another broken bat. That's going to get down. That's going to produce a run. Fielder scores. Saunders gets it back in. And Detroit has got a 2-0 lead. RBI for Bosch is 14th.
Well, back-to-back base hits. Again, he gets jammed. He's strong, though. Fights it off. A little line drive into the right center field. Tigers are now 2 for 5 with men in scoring position.
Bring up Ryan Rayburn. Bevan struck him out on 3 pitches. Just joining us, Bevan took a line drive. I mean, a smoke line drive off the bat of Cabrera. Turned into a double play, but he had to leave with it. Right elbow contusion. Oh, 1 to Rayburn with 2 on. A run in. Well hit. Left field. And it hooks foul. Mike Malinsky with the call. Brendan Bosch was flying to first base.
Oof. It was closer than I thought it was going to be. Didn't see any white kick up there, though.
0-2 to Ryan Rayburn. Two pitch, 2 on, 2 outs. Strike 3 call. So Rayburn is struck out swinging and looking. Tigers, though, do get a run. They get it on 3 hits, no errors, and leave 2. It's 2-0 Detroit. Fourth, 2-0. Tigers and Doug Fister. Ichiro as one of the 2 hits for the Mariners, a 2-out first inning double. Geraldo's right there. 1 down as we check in with Angie Minton.
Guys, the Rangers lead the AL West, but at the same time, they've lost 5 of their last 7. They open up a series with the Baltimore Orioles today, and in the top of the 6th, Rangers up 4-0. Brandon Schneider had a huge day, adds 3 more on the board with a shot deep to center field. Schneider also had a 2-run single in the second. He had 6 RBI against his former team. The Rangers hammer the O's 14-3 in our Sterling Bank score. Dave?
That box score, Angie, is frightening. They had a 7-run 9th inning, Texas. As this one goes off the end of the bat. Fielder there. Flips to Fister. Quick 2 outs.
We were talking about Fister coming off of the DL and his pitch count, I don't know, 65 pitches maybe. Only thrown 31 so far. Thrown a lot of strikes. 22 strikes out of the 31 pitches he has thrown. CenturyLink high speed pitch. Fister topping out at 90. Well, Blake Bevan at 92. Sure, he's icing that elbow down now. Hopefully everything will be all right. Get that inflammation out as quickly as you can.
Kyle Seager breaking the ball for a strike. Jeff Jones, pitching coach, talked about maybe 88 range, we're told. Nasty movement by Fister.
Yeah, it's a good breaking ball. He's always had the good slow curve ball, mix in a changeup. Main thing is he keeps the ball down.
Seager grounded out the shortstop in his first at bat. 1-2. Took something off of that and missed. 2-2. Two. And ducking down in the camera well. Paying attention. Good stuff. Two-two pitch with 2 outs. Strike 3 call. Fister dealing through 4. Got a 2-hit shutout going against his former team. Tigers lead at 2-0. Buckeye Beach happening today with the great weather here in the Seattle area, and everybody trying to do their best to enjoy it. Gorgeous. Weathermen called it, and it happened. Just joining us, Blake Bevan started the ball game and took a line drive off his elbow off the bat of Miguel Cabrera and had to leave the game. So Hisashi Iwakuma working his second inning. Gave up a run on 3 hits. Stranded 2, struck out 3 in the 4th inning. Austin Jackson, hottest hitter that Detroit has. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a stolen base.
A little unfortunate for Iwakuma to give the run up. Had a couple of broken bats and back-to-back hits that scored a run.
It's been a very effective pitch for him, 1-2. Just got a piece of that. Good night at the ballpark. 23,900 last night. A good crowd. 2 for 1 ticket night here this evening. It's Monday, May 7th.
Good pitch. Well, he had him set up. Good fastball too at 92 miles an hour. There you go on the tracer, right there on the corner. Set up for that pitch. Wanted to put him away with it. See what he comes back with now.
2-2 to Jackson. Rough speed pitch. Top of the order: Jackson, Dirks, and Cabrera here in the 5th. Prince Fielder, a bloop double, brought in the first run. That was in the 1st inning. And then a bloop double by Johnny Peralta for the 2nd. Bloop single. That was in the 4th. Full count.
And Austin Jackson, he's seen a little bit of everything. Breaking ball as low as 72, topping out at 92 with his fastball. Dirk's waiting on deck. He's 2 for 2. Hit the ball the other way a couple of times.
Payoff here to Jackson. Strike 3 called. Nasty off-speed pitch by Hisashi Iwakuma. That's his 4th strikeout.
Just locks Austin Jackson up with a slow breaking ball. Just 74 miles an hour on this breaking ball, and you can see starts it at him and comes back and catches the inside corner. Much of an argument from Austin Jackson. Tough pitch when you put it in that location like that. Tough for the hitters when you throw it at it. You see it right at you right away, and you want to buckle a little bit. By the time you see it breaking on the plate, it's too late, and you're done.
Strike 1 to Dirks. Double to left center. Single to left. Saunders waiting for it. 2 outs. 2 outs here in the 5th. Visitor trivia question: how many teams are within 4 games of a playoff position? I said C. Mike went with D. Fans went with me. Survey says ready to go, Mike. And today 17 teams in 4 games.
It's about time. I felt like I was slumping for a while there. Struggling over the
You're in
last
between, right? You're
That's right. Don't tell Eric Wedge that. He doesn't want to hear it.
We're tied at 12 wins each.
The fans are beating us. They're out front.
Oh, it's across the board. It's tied all the way across. 12 wins.
Okay.
Fans, us, and each of us individually. As we look at Cabrera, boy, delivered a knockout blow, literally. Just a screaming line drive. Tell you what, it's amazing to me how stoic Bevan was. I mean, that thing got crushed off his elbow. And as he walked off after they turned a double play, I'll talk to him in the next few days about it. But I mean, it had to be just screaming as loud as anything. Are you kidding? I mean,
I know he's a tough football player from Texas, but that one hurt.
Man.
Listen to it.
I've recoiled every time I've heard it. Never touched it. Looks like he's not hurt. It's hanging a little bit, but not too bad. A little bit of red.
I was looking for him to clench his fist or move his hand around.
Yeah.
Nothing.
The other shot we had at Montero trying to talk to him, and his face wasn't moving. Like, get away from me. That hurts. Boy, that's a tough kid. This man can turn a pitch around and hurt you. Iwakuma's got 2 down, nobody on, and a 1-2 to Cabrera. Mariners tonight touched up Doug Fister for 2 hits, and Ichiro double to right center field in the first inning, and a bunt by Saunders in the 3rd. That's it. 2-2. Time called. Two and two. Ryan will backhand, set, strong throw, gets Cabrera. Nice play. So that'll do it for the Tigers. They go 1-2-3 in the 5th and lead. They lead 2-0. Figure here in Seattle. Of course, she's wearing a Rays jersey. She remembers him from his days at Tampa Bay.
It looks like she flew from Tampa.
Yeah. Here's John Jaso. Call him Mikey down in Tampa Bay because one coach couldn't remember his name, so he started calling him Mikey. Joe Madden just kept doing it. When he first came to ball club, so that's how they call me. They call me Mike. In spring training. Hey, Mikey. Hey, Mike.
I've been there. It's all right.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
Guarantee you, he has a major league uniform. He doesn't care. Whatever, just put him in the lineup.
They put me in charge. I'm ready to play. Two strikeouts, no walks for Doug Fister. Offensive swing, Peralta backhands and throws out Jaso. One down here in the Mariners' fifth. It's Seattle's best dinner and show. It's the Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package, and the next one set for Wednesday at 7:10 versus these Tigers. You'll get a hot dog, a Pepsi, and a ticket to see Ichiro Felix and the Mariners for as low as $15 a seat. For complete details, go to mariners.com/specials. Easy for me to say.
13 outs, 9 of them now on the ground. Doug Fister, 41 pitches, 29 strikes. Smoking, this is a pretty good ride to center.
Jackson going back, though. And he's right there. Out number 2. And typical of Doug Fister. He's going at his pace.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to pitch fast. He wants to throw his fastball. He wants to keep it down. If you hit it to the shortstop or the second baseman, he's as happy as anybody. He doesn't care about the strikeouts, although he can do that too. But you can see what he's done with the Tigers. He's really pitched well. 8-1 with a 1.7 ERA. Jim Leland thrilled to have him back on the mound.
He had plenty of run support when he went over to Detroit as well. Big part of that story as we look at Mike Karp. Took a called third strike. First time up. Ball gets a little scuffed, they take it out. There aren't any something like magicians out here that can do stuff with scuffs anymore, are there?
I don't think so. If you look at it, you'd have to look at some of the veteran guys that have been around for a while. Probably don't throw hard, but typically the ball now, it's out of play so quickly. I mean, you'd have to get something on it every time you get it thrown back to you. It's just that I just don't see it happening. And all these games nowadays too, every one of them, they're all on TV, and people can pick stuff up and they'll look for it. I don't think you could get away with it.
Another quick inning for Fister. Shortstop Peralta being called off by the left fielder Dirks, and Fister's retired 6 in a row. He's got a 2-hit shutout working against his old team.
Baseball en route sports is brought to you by Northern Quest Casino, Spokane's newest destination resort. By your Lexus dealer who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. And by Sonic, it's snack-sized jumbo popcorn chicken time, just $1.99 after 8 p.m. You know, some people run around Green Lake, guys. Some people let their dogs run around Green Lake and just hold on.
Those of you a certain age reminds me of Sergeant Preston, Yukon King. Sergeant Preston of the Yukon.
In trouble if there's a hot dog vendor off the track there, pull him right down into the gravel. Eat some of that.
Look out. That is a foul ball. Did that get out in a hurry?
I mean, I had the opportunity to see him much in Milwaukee. He is really quick on the pitch inside. This is a good fastball at 91 miles an hour on the inside corner. And Iwakuma is throwing a lot of slow breaking balls and changeups, and he's still able to turn it around.
200 mil will get you. In the dirt.
Tell the Angels that.
I'm only talking about this case. How about that?
I wonder how he did today. They scored 8 runs.
Went deep for the first time yesterday, and all the guys evacuated the dugout. Struck him out. That's a big one. Iwakuma 5 Ks in 2 1/3 innings.
He's doing a great job of mixing things up. Again, his fastball's 91-92. The last pitch, it looked like a split. And then he's been throwing a slider around 84, all the way down to 72 miles an hour for a slurve. As you take a look at this swing, powerful swing from fielder, but definitely good split out in front of it. And the bottom fall out of it.
Delman Young 0 for 2 tonight. Iwakuma struck him out in the 4th. Bevan popped him up to right. 1 for 5, 2 runs batted in for Albert Pujols today. 9 RBIs. Angels beat Minnesota 8-3. That just completed. One to Young. His fist fouled away. Blake Bevan had to leave. Contusion on his right elbow. No word. Be taken to the hospital. That taken by Smoke. Fielded nicely down there for the second out. 2 outs here in the 6th. Hey, Mariner fans. The team has a green initiative they want you to be a part of this season. The Mariners will be sporting their alternate green jerseys at all Monday and Friday home games. You can go green too by picking up your own jersey and apparel at any of the 5 Mariner team store locations. 2 outs for Alex Avila. And the pen still pretty doggone good hub of activity. The Mariners game. Great tackling. Iwakuma. Effective. They get him some help against former teammate Doug Fister, who's been dealing. He's held the Mariners in just 2 hits. on this date, 1991. Mariners get 5 runs, bottom 9, beat the Indians 7-6. Edgar Martinez, bases clearing double. Pete O'Brien follows with a walk-off 2-run homer. Pete O'Brien, 17 homers, 88 RBI. Solid year in 1991 for Pete.
I think Pete's a hitting coach for one of the minor league clubs with the Rangers now.
If the Mariners can get something going here, you got Saunders, Ackley, and Ryan.
After the bunt base hit from Saunders, Cabrera playing in on the grass now, taking that option away. Michael wanted to, could probably take it with him to the right side of the infield.
Way out in front. Sean Kelly just recalled a few days ago from Tacoma. Back up this way, foul ball.
Well, if that's it for Iwakuma, he pitched well. 3 innings of 1 run. Again, they scored a run on a couple of broken bat hits off of him. I really like the way he mixed his pitches up. Kept the Tigers off balance. Not too many really good swings off of it.
43 pitches and 5 strikeouts. Saunders is gone. Pfister, that's his 3rd strikeout. 1 out here in the 6th. Save money with a stress-free ride to get to and from the airport on Link Light Rail. Ride Sound Transit. Visit soundtransit.org for details. Ackley looks at strike 1. Seven in a row retired by Pfister. And that streak ends right there. Base hit by Ackley. 3rd Mariner hit.
Dustin able to stay back on a breaking ball. Here's the curveball from Pfister at 74 miles an hour. The approach by Dustin Ackley, barrels it up. Solid line drive back up the middle. Great job keeping his head down. Stayed with that pitch for a long time to hit it back up the middle.
Brendan Ryan 0 for 2. What's it like facing a guy that was a teammate and friend, and you're going against him in a situation like the Mariners are going through tonight?
Well, I think here's the way it works. 1, you know everything that he throws, and you know how he likes to pitch. 2, he's probably watched you quite a bit too, so you don't feel like there's really an advantage there. For me, I never really thought twice about it. It's business. You got to go up there and do your thing and try to get your hits just like any other night.
Give a little nod or something as you're walking up. You know, a little wink, a little head nod or something like that.
Or they'll just yell at you.
Yeah, it's true too.
I've had 2 pitchers that have said things to me while I was hitting during the game, and they couldn't be more opposite. Randy Johnson one and Jamie Moyer another.
What did Randy say? Oh, no. Is it repeatable on family television?
Well,
give us the essence.
I'd like to say that he was just having fun with it, but a couple of times he threatened to hit me in the neck with a fastball. Of course, he never did. And then Jamie asked me what I wanted to hit one time. He was backing up home plate. And he asked me, what do you want? Everybody else has been getting their hits. I said, if you want to throw that 85 down the middle, that'd be good. Of course, he throws me 3 changeups, and I walk back to the dugout screaming at him.
And he's laughing. He's smiling at you, looking at you all the way, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's tough. What do you want?
That's what he said as he's backing up home plate.
That's great. 2-1 to Ryan. Throw over to Ackley. He's back.
Saw a thing. I think it was last night. Speaking of talking to players, Jamie and Chipper Jones going at it a little bit.
Yeah, how about that? Jamie accusing Chipper Jones stealing signs. He said, dude, you're only throwing 80. Pounded down to Cabrera. There's one, and they don't get two. Let's check in with Angie Menting.
Guys, Albert Pujols finally got off the schneid and hit his first home run. Today he gets another RBI. It was not a home run. Actually, he got a couple of RBIs. In the 7th inning, he singles, and that plates Chris Iannetta. Gives the Angels a 5-1 lead, and the Angels win it 8-3 the final. Dave.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Pujols batting average up to 196.
Oh, Weaver 5-0.
Went 6 2/3 tonight. 2 outs, man at first. Ichiro fouls one back. Any chatty catchers during your time?
Oh, man. I think of a few. Most of them were all business. I think the backup catchers usually, they feel like chatting a little bit more. Excited to be out there. You know, they're not as beat up as the other guys.
There's an excellent point there. They're not as beaten up. That's so true. 1-1 Ichiro. And for the stories I hear from McCarver and Joe Torre, sound like he used to chat it up a lot back in the 60s. And then Jeff Torborg talking about, you could have a running conversation with Willie Mays as he hits one about 500 feet.
I remember too. I think as far as position players go, the one that used to talk the most was probably Will Clark.
Right field, coming on Bosch, going back second baseman Rayburn. He makes the play. Quiet inning again for the Mariners as Doug Fister holds him to 1 hit in the inning and 3 for the game in this 2-0 lead. Sean Kelly taking over.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Bank, life is about the good stuff. Your bank should be too. Visit our new website at bankwithsterling.com. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. A couple more weeks and that diving board will be in use. A little cold, still a little bit cold.
Yeah, I would agree, but I like the Green Lake walk or run, whatever you want to do, or have your dog do the work and pull you, whatever you want to do. But gorgeous sights up there. Not a big crowd. This will be a lot of people will be up there shortly.
It's pretty good right there. A little jog pushing the stroller. Some work in.
Sean Kelly back with the big club. Sent down after giving up a home run over in Japan. Cespedes got him. As he thinks about that slider that he threw to Cespedes. Not going to throw that one again. Nothing on it. Hung right over the plate with a sign on it.
Well, then that was the word when he was sent out, as they wanted to go down there and work on his slider, see if he can get the bite back to it, a little more tilt. Because the one that you're talking about definitely was flattened in the middle of the plate.
1-2 to Peralta. Peralta, Brennan Bosch, and Brian Rayburn.
Charlie Furbish getting loose in the pen. Left-hander.
Just joining us, tough night for Blake Bevan. Took a screaming line drive off the bat of Miguel Cabrera off his elbow. There's a base hit to right. Second time in a row, Peralta got a pitch away from him. Sent it into right field for a base hit. Last time he drove in a run in the fourth. Mariners second baseman Dustin Ackley doesn't bobble much, but on Friday, May 25th, he'll aim to be the first ever Dustin Ackley bobblehead night. It's going to be free for the first 20,000 fans, so quickly nod your head up and down and say you're going to be there, and head to the Safeco Field box office or Mariners.com. Go there right now for tickets. Here's Bosch. He singled to right last time. Down low, Cleveland took 2 from Chicago today, so the Tribe at 17 and 11, 2.5 up on Detroit as we play right now. They're the only 2 teams above 500 in the Central. Tigers defending champions.
Don't have to worry about the Tigers running much. At least they haven't coming into this series. Austin Jackson. Maybe Rayburn, huh? Just about it.
That's it. Nobody out, 1 on. 1-2 now to Bosch. Bosch with a base hit back in the fourth. Broken 0 for 12. Kelly's getting 1-2. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Center field. Slider had some bite to it. 2 outs as Saunders makes the play. 2 outs here in the 7th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew on hand here at Safeco Field. 2 more games after tonight here at home, then a long road trip. New York, Boston, Cleveland, and Colorado. Strike 1 to Rayburn.
Rayburn has really struggled this year, hitting just 130. Has not hit a home run, 2 RBI. One out, 1 on. As we play here in the top of the 7th, 2-0 lead for Detroit. Prince Fielder, 2-out RBI double, a bloop down the left field line, first inning. The bloop single to right in the 4th off the bat of Johnny Peralta, counting for the 2 runs. Center field, here comes Saunders, got a great jump, 2 outs. The other part of the story, former Mariner Doug Fister threw 6
He's held the Mariners to no runs on 3 hits. He struck out 3 and hasn't walked anybody.
And he's given his infielders a workout. Eric Wedge coming out of the dugout. Looks like he'll go to Charlie Furbish.
Charlie's going to take over. We're in the 7th, 2 outs. Mariners looking for the all-important 3rd out. They don't want to get back to Cabrera and Fielder if they can help it here in the 7th. Detroit in the first of 3 here. The 2-0 lead as we check out our Banner Bank building to the future. Hearing a lot of good things about Stephen Pryor, called up to Tacoma with Jackson. 11 games, 7 for 7 in save opportunities. Look at that ERA, 1.13. Opponent hitting a $125 and 24 Ks over 5 walks.
Time for a promotion.
Yeah. He's probably saying, what took you so long?
I had a chance to talk to Jack Zarenzik. He just came back from visiting that club in AA. He said that he watched a doubleheader where Paxton was throwing 96. Pryor comes in throwing 100. Yeah.
Who went to second game?
Walker pitched in the second game. He said he was at 98, and then Caps came in and was throwing 100.
Hello.
Taking a look at the numbers for Charlie Furbish. 8 2/3, 11 strikeouts, a couple of walks.
What you're trying to say is Jack had a big smile on his face.
Yeah. How could he not?
Wow.
No, that's not even bringing up Danny Holtzen, who's also there.
Well, and every report now, I mean, it's almost like, you know, some fiction writer, but every report you get is glowing. I mean, you run into scouts, I run into scouts, and these guys, hey, man, those guys were good.
Right.
And now, I had one guy tell me, he says, they get bored down there. They got to come up. Got to start moving them up. So you got Dwayne Belo, number 64. We saw him in Detroit. And Luke Petkonen. Look out. Another one right through the box. Base hit. Charlie had to throw it duck. Jackson got ahead 2-0. It's his second hit tonight.
So he hits it off the end of the bat. Ball kind of curving back up the middle. Well, I think that you're right as far as those young men go, but probably just going to wait a little bit longer. A few more days like we had today, and they'll bring him up to Tacoma.
Today's May 7th.
Enjoy the weather, yeah. This is when it's tough too, when you see that and you get excited about it, to make sure that you do what's best for those kids in this organization. We're talking about Walker, just 19 years old.
I
saw Caps in spring training.
Right.
He's one of the only ones that I was able to see down there. And his throwing 100, I believe it. I saw it.
Well, this doesn't necessarily relate to what we have here. 1-0 to count to Andy Dirks. Outside, but Davey Johnson talking about Bryce Harper said, if he were 12, I'd bring him up here. I mean, that's how good he is. So, I mean, I wonder if we're getting in that same situation. I mean, the reports, and obviously, you want to be careful. You don't want to be rash. I understand that. And there have been, Doc Gooden came up at 19 and did pretty well.
Pretty well?
Well, I'm not trying to overstate it, but I'm just saying.
I just think in today's day and age, you're going to see them be a little bit more cautious with the young pitcher than they would be a young position player. You look here and you're talking about prior. Ken Griffey Jr. was here at 19. Alex was here at 19. If they're ready to play, you play them, and you're not going to hurt them by the innings that they're playing in. I think, but with the pitchers, you're going to be a little bit more cautious.
Back with a strike, 3-1. Dirks didn't like that call. Dirks tonight is 2 for 3 with a run scored. Uh-oh, now some barking.
A couple of veterans, Wally Bell, the home plate umpire, and Jim Leland. I think the starting pitchers, I think they're just going 5 innings on their turns. I don't think they're going much further than that.
3-1 count. They are loaded up with that ball 4. And now Miguel Cabrera nowhere to put him. Charlie, you're on your own.
Yeah, I don't think this was the plan. Yeah, Jackson, who was hitting 176 off a left-handed pitching, gets a base hit. Then you have the left-hander Dirks. He ends up walking him. I'm sure he didn't want him to see Cabrera come up this inning.
And Fielder right behind him. All of this with 2 outs. Tiger fans in the house making some noise. First pitch to Cabrera. Down low. Ball 1. Cabrera tonight. Fly ball deep to center to the wall. Caught by Saunders. A rocket line drive off the elbow of starter Blake Bevan that sent him out of the game. Led to a 1-5-4-3 double play. And Iwakuma got him to bounce out to short. Prodigious numbers with the bases jacked. Two outs, Furbush set. 1-0 to Cabrera. Off-speed pitch, good breaking ball in there for strike 1-1. One with 2 outs, bases loaded. Breaking ball hit foul. Ever you wanted to root for a punch out, this is it.
I think he needs to use a fastball here, come in off the plate, maybe waste a pitch, and then go back to his breaking ball. You hate to do that with the bases loaded, but as dangerous as Cabrera is, I think you have to keep him honest.
Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Pitch to Cabrera. Fought it off down the line, foul.
Yeah, that's the fastball, and you can see Montero set up in just off the plate. Location-wise, it was a good pitch for Charlie. And this is what I'm talking about. Tie him up, sitting on that breaking ball. Make him think about the fastball as it gets in on the label. You can see him having to pull his hands in to try to get the barrel there.
2 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Detroit. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Mariners. Tigers have left 4. Mariners have left 3 on. Big pitch, 1-2 to Cabrera. Breaking ball hit foul. Almost got a piece of Peralta down at third.
I think in the 1-2 count, Charlie tried to throw it at his back foot, bury a pitch. See if he can get him to swing over the top of it. He still let that pitch up a little bit.
2 outs. Still a 1-2 count to Cabrera. 2-2. Prince Fielder on deck. As the summer heats up, there's going to be a lot of teams facing this kind of situation. Big spot, 2-2. Breaking ball down to third baseman Seager. Throws across, and Charlie Furbush, everybody, gets out of the jam here with the bases loaded. Hangs a 0 on the board. Home seventh coming up. Washington's lottery and the Department of Imagination encouraging you to imagine bigger when you play the lottery. Visit us on Facebook or tweet what you do to Twitter hashtag #IfIWon. Who knows? You might even see your tweet appear on TV during an upcoming game. Look at the needle. Gorgeous. So is this city. Seattle, Washington. And tonight the Mariners trying to get a win here. They got a rally against Doug Fister, their former teammate. It's 2-0 Detroit. Ramon Santiago, the veteran, takes over at second base. Ryan Rayburn, who started the game at second, moves to right. Brendan Bosch out of the game. Montero to lead it off. Strike one. Jesus tonight. Fly to right and a ground out to first.
I'm sure the Mariners were hoping to get Doug's pitch count up. Again, just staying around 80 as this fly ball is lifted to left.
Andy Dirks, nice job.
But Doug now, he's just at 62 pitches.
It's 6 1/3.
He's making him swing at 62 pitches, 44 strikes, 16 first pitch strikes to the 22 batters he has faced.
There's Kyle Seager. Strike one, another first pitch strike. Seager ground out to short, took a called third strike. Two. Charlie Furbush, great job to get out of a bases loaded 2-out jam in the seventh, getting Cabrera to ground out to third. 7 runners now stranded by Detroit. 0-2. Time called. Two strikes. Two.
Showing that that number. 17 first pitch strikes out of the 23 batters. Game plan may have been to try to be patient early, but he's making them swing it. There's nothing you can do about it. If he's throwing strikes, you have to hack. Fortunately for the Mariners, a lot of times it's been on the ground.
Foul ball. So you got Bilo, number 64, and Luke Pitkonen, number 36, at the ready.
Take a look at this last play on our McDonald's Supermo. Kyle Seager trying to get a double. It's close. Gets it down the line.
Easy call for Brian Knight. 2-2. Lifted to left field. Andy Dirks out number 2. 2 outs here in the Mariners home 7th. If you're hitting the road outside the Northwest, well, you want to take the Mariners with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv to see Mariners live on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Mariners.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Doug Fister, American League and the Tigers pitcher of the month of September last year. 5-0 record of 0.53 ERA and 5 outings, 4 starts. Jaso looked like he caught time and didn't get it. And it was ball 1 hit. One hand on the bat. 0-1. I'm 1-0, big part. Count evens.
Looked like Doug thought he was going to get it because the pitch was 71 miles an hour. We haven't seen that. Well, he just let up and tossed it in there.
Slicing drive, that'll get down for a base hit, maybe extra bases. Let's see, Jaso digging for 2. Here's the throw to second off line. John Jaso, 2-out double here in the 7th and bring the tying run to the plate in the person of Justin Smoke.
It's only the second hitter that the Mariners have had in scoring position tonight. Double by Ichiro back in the first inning. They haven't seen anybody at second base since this double by John Jaso. Good aggressive base running with 2 outs, trying to get into scoring position.
John Jaso, 4th, second base, 2 base hit. Here's Smoke, maybe get tied up here. Ball 1.
Justin grounded out to second, 1 hop bullet at the second baseman his first time up, and then he hit a fly ball to the warning track out in center field last time.
Goes the other way. Dirks is right on the case. Line drive right to him, and Doug Fister threw 7. Got a 4-hit shutout against his old teammates. Prince Fielder leading off. Looks at a slow breaking ball from Charlie Furbush. Strike one. Fielder bloop double for an RBI. Bloop single to left and a strikeout. And this one not going to leave the infield. Big first out.
Steve Delabar is up in the Mariners pen now. Or throwing right-handed.
Dillman Young, fly to right, strike out, and a ground out to first as Delabar gets ready for his turn. Fouled into Montero's glove, strike one. A run in the first for Detroit. Fielder's RBI, the bloop. Peralta bloop to right in the fourth. Only tallies tonight. Oh, 2. There you go. Did not. This is Brian Knight. 1-2 strikes. Saunders about 8-9 steps into right center fielder. 1-2. Ichiro coming in. Smoke going back. And Smoke takes care of it. Let's see what's happening with Angie Minting.
Fantasy owners out there, you may want to pick up this kid, Will Middlebrooks, from the Red Sox. Called up for Kevin Youkilis last week. In the top of the first, runners on first and second. He gets a hold of one deep to right field. He also hit a home run down the left field line. He is the first player in Red Sox history to get an extra base hit in each of his first 4 major league games. This guy's got some pop, Dave.
And we'll probably see him next week. What is it, next Monday, a week from today?
Right.
Monday, Tuesday next week. We'll be in Boston.
Kevin Youkilis on the DL.
Here's Avila. Ball one to Alex. Alex a ground out to second. Strikeout looking and a ground out to second. Ball for strike. Early scoring for the Tigers first inning. Fielder, Peralta in the fourth. That's it. The Mariners do not have a multiple hit inning. We got 1 hit in the first. Ichiro double. Saunders bunt in the third. In the sixth, an Ackley base hit to center field and a double by Jaso in the seventh.
Yeah, they've only had 2 runners in scoring position the entire game.
2-2.
Tiger bullpen continues to throw, so I would guess that Doug Fister is finished. So maybe the Mariners can have some luck against the bullpen.
Doug was outstanding tonight. 2-2. Breaking ball struck him out. Good job by Charlie Furbush. Home 8th coming up. Mariners looking for some offense. They've been limited to 4 hits tonight.
Is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Mariners trail 2-0. First to 3 with the Detroit Tigers here. Beautiful night in Seattle. Glad you're with us. 14,462. Saw Doug Fister, the former Mariner. He was brilliant tonight.
It was outstanding. 7 innings pitched, just the 4 hits. No runs. Typical of Fister. Didn't walk anybody. 3 strikeouts, 73 pitches for Doug, 51 strikes. He was working ahead the entire game. A lot of ground ball outs for the Mariners. 3 fly ball outs in the 7th, and that was it. Jim Leyland again. Fister coming off of the DL. Jim Leyland lifts him after 73 pitches. Here's Phil Koch, 1-0 record, a 2.61 ERA. 10 in the 3rd innings for him. Giving up a home run, 9 strikeouts, and just 2 walks. Hard throwing left-hander.
So at the lefty on the mound, Eric Wedge counters with the right-handed pinch hitter Casper Wells. Pinch hitting for Mike Carp. Wells, a former Tiger, came over from Detroit in the deal that sent Fister over.
Casper 1 for 4 against the Tigers this year.
Pitch swinging ground ball down to the shortstop Peralta. Just got him.
Good hustle.
Oh boy. Nice work by Wells getting down the line. 1 out.
Wonder if he ended up stepping on fielder. Think, look. Yes, gets him on the heel. Princeton seemed to be very happy about that, but it happens.
Saunders 1 for 6 against Phil Koch. Michael tonight, a bunt base hit down the 3rd baseline. And a strikeout. Fly ball. Foul ball. Game 2 tomorrow night of this series will be the veteran Kevin Millwood, 0-3, going against the defending Cy Young and MVP in the American League, Justin Verlander. Verlander 2-1 with a 2.38 ERA.
Opponent's average is 184. A lot of strikeouts.
Oh. Here's Kevin Millwood. Verlander. What a year he had. Outside. Verlander since 09 is just 2-5 with a 3.73 ERA against the Mariners in 7 games.
Mariners, they hit him around a little bit last year when nobody else in the league could do it. The Mariners did.
I believe it was twice.
Yeah.
Saunders behind 1-2. And caught in between. He's gone. 2 outs here in the 8th.
Looks like Michael chases a fastball. It's going to be down and in. Realized he wasn't going to be able to get to it. Cut his swing off a bit late. Be a strikeout for Michael. Dustin Ackley 1 for 3 in the game. A base hit back up the middle.
Strike 1. It's really been spread out for the Mariners today. 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. Looking bat. And the ball goes farther than the bat. That's pretty good coverage there by that bat. Man, that's a very effective pitch by Phil Koch. Man.
Bad feeling as a hitter when you're leaving the batter's box and you have a baton in your hand. Fortunately for Dustin, the ball was foul, so he'll get another shot at it.
9-2. Strike 3 called. Phil Coke, 1-2-3 in the 8th. 9th inning coming up, 2-0 Detroit. The 9th inning, let's revisit, shall we? First inning. Rich Fielder at the bat.
Skies a ball down the left field line. You can see where Carp was playing way over in left center field. Brendan Ryan trying to make the play. The ball actually goes off of his elbow. That'll score a run for the Tigers.
Andy Dirks scores it. Here's Brendan Bosch.
Broken bat flare into the outfield. It'll score Fielder. Give the Tigers 2-0 lead. Casper Wells stays on, left fielder. Steve Delabar will take over on the mound. Delabar's numbers a 4.2 ERA, 15 innings pitched for him, 18 strikeouts with just 2 walks. That's a great number. Opponent's average just 185.
Face Peralta, Santiago, and Rayburn. Miss. Short work on Peralta. Nice job by Steve Delabar. Strikes out his first hitter.
Peralta was having a good night. Can't lay off the off-speed pitch out in front of it. It's a 2 for 4.
Octavio Dotel, ageless right-hander. Ramon Santiago came in the ball game in the 7th inning at second base. One.
Just 163 on the year.
Popped up. Ackley's going to take it. With 2 outs. Told that Benoit and Valverde not available. Out of the bullpen for Detroit, hence Dotel is up and throwing.
He has a lot of experience closing games.
Fouled back by Ryan Rayburn, who struck out twice and flied to center. Very effective. Steve Delabar hit 0-2.
A couple of fastballs at the top of the strike zone. My guess is he'll try to throw one a little bit higher than that, see if he'll chase it.
Nothing. Detroit lead. Pitch. All 2 strikes. Two. Swing and a miss. Good job by Steve Delabar. 1-2-3 in the ninth. Time for some runs and a rally here in the ninth. Get your rally caps on. Ryan, Ichiro, Montero down by 2.
Trailing by 2. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. See everybody with their rally caps on. Coming up on Mariners postgame, we're going to listen in on the skipper, Eric Wedge. Hopefully, we'll have an update on Blake Bevan. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into Blake Bevan if he is still here, and maybe he'll even show us his nasty bruise. All that, plus we're going to check in on the AL West and take another look at some fantastic defensive plays tonight. It's all coming up on Mariners postgame. Dave, back to you.
All right, Angie, thank you. We're going rally hat in the booth tonight. Octavio Dotel, 38 years old, taking the mound. This guy's been around forever, and he is a good one.
Yeah, 1-0 record, 1.74 ERA. Opponent's average just 1.67. As Dave mentioned, he's experienced as a closer. He's not the closer for the Tigers. Valverde having the night off. See if he can handle all the rally caps in the stands.
Ryan, Ichiro, and Montero. See if that equals 2 on 3 runs. Inside to Ryan. Line of the week from Ryan, talking about the bunt he got down the other day. I was ready to bunt it with my face if I had to. I had to get that thing down.
Just saw a shot of Eric Wedge. It looked like he was giving the sign for the hitter. That would be Brendan Ryan to take a pitch.
Ryan 1 for 2 against Dotel. 2-1. Whoa, but that did not hit him, but it was awfully close. 3-1.
I'm not sure how it didn't hit him.
Man.
91 miles an hour running up and in. Brendan Ryan trying to hang in there. Just misses the rib cage.
Thirteenth year in the big leagues for Dotel. 3-1 pitch. They bring the tying run to the plate. But Dotel walks as first man. Ichiro had a good series in Detroit, going 6 for 14 with 2 RBIs. Tonight, 1 for 3.
May as well make it easy. Get a base hit right here. Let Montero get one out of the ballpark. Call it a night.
Outside from.
He hasn't even been close.
Nope. Ichiro 1 for 10 against Dotel, and Alex Avila well aware this veteran struggling. Gene Lamont, longtime right-hand man for Jim Leland. On the phone, scrambling the bullpen. Velo getting up. 1-0 pitch here to Ichiro. 2-0.
And they're getting him ready for Seager and Jaso. A couple of left-handers that hit after Montero.
Coach Jeff Jones taking a slow walk out.
There's Milo, the left-hander, hustling to get loose. Seven pitches for Dotel, just 1 strike.
Ichiro represents a tying run. 2-0 pitch. 3-0. Wow, he is not close. How about this? Tying runs aboard. Here comes Montero. Not what Dotel and Jim Leland had in mind. 2-0 lead. He comes in, puts the first 2 men on.
I like the fact that the 2 hitters gave him a chance to walk him, and Ryan and Ichiro, they're both just taking pitches. I think right now you have to let Montero take a hack if he gets a fastball in the middle of the plate. Dotel is struggling. Have him zone up for something in the middle of the plate and turn him loose.
Last 5 outings, ERA for Dotel 4.15. Big spot here, 2 on. Montero, the winning run. Wild pitch! Everybody moves up!
This is unreal.
It really
Have
is.
a veteran pitcher like Dotel. You mentioned that they 13 years in the league. And this isn't close. Again, look at that.
I mean, he's pitched in more than 700 games. This is remarkable. Detroit 2 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They've left 7. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Mariners. They've left 4 of them. Montero with a great opportunity here if he can get a strike. And now he calls time and gets it.
Dotel has been the complete opposite of what Doug Fister was. 10 pitches, 9 balls.
See if the Mariners can take advantage. 1-0. They still continues to struggle. Mariners down 2-0, and Dotel. Amazing. I mean, 700 games, you don't expect this from a guy. 2-0. 3-0. Here comes Ryan. He's going to score easily. 2-1. Ichiro to third. My goodness.
I don't know if Avila was crossed up or not, but that looked like a 2-0 slider. Wow.
Fastball. Ryan scores.
Take a look at it.
He got crossed up.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a 2-0 slider.
Infield comes in. 3-0 to Montero. In there for a strike. So Iwakuma, he did a heck of a job, so did Charlie Furbush, to keep Detroit within contact. Jim Leyland sweating this one big time. 3-1 pitch to Montero. It's going to get out of play. I can't remember seeing one like this. I mean, it's not like it's some kid just coming in, right?
No, he's just struggling. Last couple of fastballs, we just showed them to you. Just middle in.
Seager's on deck. 3-2 to Montero. He's the winning run. Infield in post. The pitch. A drive to center. We got a tie ball game. We might have more. Let's see. It's off the fence. Ichiro scores. Montero with an RBI double ties it at 2-2.
I thought he hit that one out of here. Really smart hitting. He had to know that Avila wasn't going to be in a hurry to call that slider again with the tying run at third. He gets a fastball, puts a charge into it. Kawasaki will come out and pinch run for Montero.
How about this? I mean, the Mariners are pretty much DOA, and now they are given a life and they take it.
They learned to swing by Montero on a fastball. I think he thought maybe he hit it out. Middle of the wall.
Boy, oh boy. That sounded good off the bat, too. That's some ride. Straight away center field.
Bring the left-hander Velo into the game. Dotel will have a seat on the bench. Wow.
Man, oh man. That's why you never leave early. 2-2 ball game. And there's nobody out. The winning run is at second in the person of pinch runner Munenori Kawasaki.
And the Mariners have one of their hottest hitters, Kyle Seager, coming to the plate. See how Eric Wedge wants to play. Cabrera playing in at third. I don't know that he'll have him bunt. Jaso on deck. He's a left-handed hitter also. That's a tough one. Can't pinch hit for Jaso because now that they pinch run for Montero, Jaso has to stay in the game as the catcher, even though he was the DH. The Mariners will lose their DH spot. He is going to bunt.
Lays it down. It's a good one. Goes to first. One out. Winning run at third base.
Right.
Kyle Seager with the successful sacrifice bunt on the first pitch. His first sacrifice this season.
Now we're having a conference with Jaso, Eric Wedge, Robbie Thompson. They're all giving him some help. Take a look at the sacrifice bunt. Good speed at second base, so Kyle Seager knows he just has to get it on the grass. Doesn't have to be a perfect bunt. Executed perfectly by Kyle. Now it's up to John Jaso to see if he can end it right here. Tigers will bring their infield up.
And the outfield, too. Fly ball base hit's going to win it. One out. Doug Fister had a masterpiece blown up by Octavio Dotel. Good rip by Jaso.
He had a good pitch to hit right there. Pitch up. That's what you're looking for. Something up out over the plate. Take a look at the swing by Jaso. Just waited on it just a hair long. Fouls it back.
Wayne Below against John Jaso after Montero played some heroics here in the ninth. Jaso 3 for 10 runners in scoring position this season with 4 runs batted in. Oh, and 1 to Jaso. There it is! Right field! Tagging is Kawasaki. Throw to the plate. It is not in time. Mariners win the ball game. How about that 2-0 deficit? They turn it into a 3-2 win, and John Jaso's the hero among a bunch of heroes here tonight. What a win!
Well, Jaso comes up with the winning RBI. He's come up with some big hits for the Mariners. This is a fly ball. I was a little bit nervous about Kawasaki when the ball was hit. He started down the line for some reason, went back and was able to tag up right when the right fielder was catching it. They used his speed to get home. That worked out perfectly for Eric Wedge. Things could not have gone better for him in that inning as Kawasaki comes in to score the winning run.
3 straight wins for the Mariners now. And they continue their mastery over Detroit. That's 4-0 this year and 15 out of the last 7.
Take a look at it. Here's the pitch. It's up again. Jaso doing a great job of staying with this breaking ball. Wow, it's a pretty good pitch. Stays with it. Take a look at it. The right fielder, Rayburn, comes up. Has a strong arm. Makes a throw to the plate. The catcher will have to come up the line a little bit as Kawasaki, good slide, slides back in towards the field to stay away from the tag. What a play. Here you take another look at it. Avila, the catcher, trying to reach back and get back to put the tag on Kawasaki. By the time, I don't even know if he touches him at all, but if he did, his foot was clearly on the plate. Wally Bell, home plate umpire, calling safe.
What an improbable win here tonight by the Mariners. That gives them 3 in a row. 4-0 against Detroit and 15-7 since 2010. Here's Jen Mueller.
Well, John Jaso can't drive in the winning run unless Jesus Montero gets the job done at the beginning of the inning. Jesus, listening to the fans here. Jesus just gets done telling me that that was a fun win. Describe the feeling at the plate as you're watching that inning unfold.
It was really fun. You know, everybody came together in the last inning and we put everything to win, and the final we got the win. Thank God. We got the bond, we got the sacrifice, and we scored a run and we win.
I would imagine in that case, it might be a little hard to maintain focus at the plate because he's not throwing what you think he's going to throw. How'd you know to look for that pitch?
I was guessing fastball all the time. Those 3-2 count. I just wanted to make a hard contact, and I did it. And finally, get the double and get the run down. That was good.
Describe the effort of the pitching staff tonight because there was a few changes after Blake went out.
Well, we fight through the final. Thank God that we do everything together, and then the team win today. That's all that matters. That's all I care.
The last thing I saw coming across the field was John getting hammered by you guys. How is he at taking all the abuse at the bottom of the pile?
It's fine. Everything is good, thank God. It is fun to win, and then I like it because we win today. It was a big win for us tonight.
It was indeed. Go inside, enjoy this one with your teammates, Jesus. And there you go, Brad. Nothing better than applause to send him inside.
All right, Jen, thank you very much. Yeah, 3 runs at the bottom of the 9th inning, and I know Blake Bevan's elbow is still hurting right now, but that hurt, it kind of goes away a little bit with that win, right? It feels a little bit better right now.
Yeah, because the team picked him up. There's nothing that really Blake could do about it. And he showed pretty good toughness just to walk off the field. But the 9th inning heroics here, John Jaso, to me, he has got a real great approach at the plate. He's been solid all year long, good in RBI situations. Kawasaki, for some reason, going back, running forward on the ball hit. He's got to tag up, but a great hook slide. They probably work on that in Japan. He probably wouldn't work on that in the U.S., but nonetheless, it was the right slide at the right time, and he's going to get pounded a little bit.
Yeah, big wild celebration as Mooney and the Mariners celebrate 3-2. They take game 1 of this set. We're back with lots to come from Safeco Field.